What up, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy. Checking in again. I just heard the news that the Cowboys signed the guard Marcus Martin from the Browns. I did a video a while back that he was doing a visit, and apparently everybody they're bringing in for visits is who they're very interested in and who they're signing. So, Marcus Martin right now is the candidate for the starting guard, as I've been reading from Fisher. But I don't believe that he's enough to keep them from drafting a guard. I think that it's a very good signing as far as depth. And really what the Cowboys are doing is putting themselves in position in the draft to pretty much just take the best available person at number 19. And you never know who it's going to be. I fully expect them to possibly draft, not draft, but to sign a linebacker coming up. And who knows, maybe it's Navarro Bowman. That's a name that we've been throwing out there, but until he comes in for a visit, we don't know. What's going on, Alex? What's going on, Reynaldo? PG, we in the building. Well, I'm from VA, but you know what, man? We in the whole DMV, so we all in the building. So yeah, the guard. It's very interesting, and I don't know what his deal is. If anybody else knows what his deal is, they can let me know. My boy, shout out to Mark Holmes. He texted me and let me know that this was going on. What's going on? Let's get this bread. So Mark, shout that out to me. Let me know. So I decided to get on here and talk to you guys about it. I'm fully expecting. We did sign a linebacker already. We signed what's your man's name from Green Bay? I already forgot his name. Because I already forgot his name, but yeah, we signed a linebacker. Just take a look at what we've done. We signed a linebacker, we signed a guard, we signed a receiver. All needs that we were talking about in the draft. So in case we don't get the guys that we want in the draft, especially, we have that insurance. So I think that it's pretty evident that that's where they're going. They're going to go best player available at 19. And who knows? Since they've picked up these guys, I'm not going to throw this off the table. Maybe they go and trade up and go and get Derwin James. A lot of people have been throwing that out there. I think that it's a possibility, man. It's definitely a possibility, and they're giving themselves insurance by their moves as of late. Now, they're not the big names that, a lot of us want. Like, I really would like Navarro Bowman, but I doubt that that's going to happen. But I would like Navarro Bowman, but they're giving themselves insurance to go ahead and possibly move up. I know that a lot of people, and I know that a lot of people believe that they're going to make a splash, being that it's in Dallas. I hopefully, because I'm not going to make it there that first day, but I will be there that Friday, so I'm hoping that they don't give up too much in day 2 so that I'm actually there for a pick. I know that if we move up, we're going to have to give up number 50 for certain. But we'll see, man. Who knows? Either they go up and get Derwin James, or there's possibility that Earl Thomas is still on the table. I believe that they're going after a safety. After seeing their recent moves now, and if they go and get Earl Thomas, I think that they're going to get Earl Thomas. Dez is gone. I think that they're setting it up right now, the way that they've set up the receiving core and stuff like that. There's 7 receivers, and bringing in Earl Thomas, you would have to have some money available, and I believe that Dez is the biggest pool of money that we have that we could that we could just cut and it's gone. I don't want that to happen. I'm just giving that as a disclaimer right now. I want Dez on the roster. I'm just keeping it real. Zach Martin is next year. Dak and Zeke are coming up. So that's just the logical thing that I can think of right now, especially since Dez, they're restructuring everybody but Dez, it appears. Witten, they had an opportunity to cut him outright and save $7 million on the cap with no dead money, and they restructured his deal. I'm not sure what it means moving forward, what his deal looks like, but they could have cut Witten outright and created a lot of money. And they decided not to do that, but they haven't touched Dez's deal. So, but they went and got Hearns, and they're in a position to get a receiver. So, I mean, logically, I could definitely see the writing on the wall, and it has Stephen Jones written all over it. I keep as I digress, but so I see Carlos Warrior, linebackers in play in first round. Also, I think linebacker is in play. So linebackers in play, um, safeties in play, wide receivers in play, guard is in play. So really, if you kind of look at it, other than safety, they didn't really address safety yet, which they still could, but they've addressed all of the need areas. So just in case, so they might be looking to make a splash in the draft. I say somehow Hernandez falls in our laps, pick him at 19. I don't think he's going to fall in our laps. I think he's going to be there. I don't think that Hernandez is going to get picked in the top 18. Maybe Isaiah. I don't think him or Isaiah Wing. I think that normally when you have the best guard in the draft, they're normally there around that time. So I think that it's not going to be a matter of him falling. I think it's going to be a matter of if we decide to pick him or not. But safety, you got to look at it. Safety, top safeties won't be there at 19. There's a possibility that Calvin Ridley, as my number one receiver, and widely regarded as a lot of other people's number one receiver, won't be at 19. Ronaldo, if we need 5 first-round picks in our line, it says a lot about our coaching staff. We can use him as trade bait. I think it does say a lot about our coaching staff. I think our coaching staff sucks personally, and if we don't get this roster straight, I think that getting the roster straight kind of makes up for how bad they coach. Because to be completely honest, if things aren't lined up perfectly health-wise, and our talent isn't winning those games, we don't have the coaching advantage. We never have the coaching advantage. The only 2 games out of the year that we have the coaching advantage is the Washington game. But other than that, we don't have the advantage. So we got to get the roster right. And what does that say about the front office, that they know that we kind of got to get this roster right? I think that they know the coaching sucks, but they won't come out here and tell us that. And Mark Holmes pretty much talks about, what's up, VA Finest? Mark Holmes pretty much talks about this a lot, where Jason Garrett, this is pretty much his coaching contract year. Like, no coach really goes in with 1 year left. And this is his, I guess, the second year, and he has 1 more year after this. But Jason doesn't get it right, we're screwed. Brad Baker, I thought we outcoached KC last season. I think we just outplayed KC. I don't think think about this. When you're watching the Cowboy game, have you ever said to yourself, wow, Jason Garrett made a smart decision right there? Like, that was just a hell of a play call by Scott Linehan. When have you ever said that? For the most part, we just line up and beat teams. That's just my opinion. And so we got any more questions? And I'm sorry about the noise in the background. We got SVU on in the background in the hotel room. Hey, Garrett don't get it done this year. He needs to go. Yeah, that's right, VA Finest. I agree. And Brad Baker, you're absolutely right. And I'm glad you said that. Garrett outsmarts himself. That's the thing that pisses me off about this Garrett coach team, is that he believes he's the smartest man in the room all the time. And it's not just him, but it trickles down to the rest of the staff. Scott Linehan believes that he's the smartest guy in the room. And we try and it goes to our players, but we don't have enough attitude. We're just trying to outsmart everybody. But at the end of the day, who are we outsmarting? Because we don't make any adjustments. The question was, who's my favorite DT outside of Vea? There's a couple of guys. I really like Tim Settle out of Virginia Tech. I like Harrison Phillips out of Stanford. Deron Payne is growing on me. I like him as a 3 technique with us. Let me see who else I like. Yeah, those are the guys that stand out to me right now. VA Finance is Tremaine Edmonds. I don't know, man. The thing about linebacker in this draft is that there are going to be some guys later on. Look up guys like Jack Sitchie out of Wisconsin. He was injured all of last year. But I believe that linebacker-wise, when I look at his tape, I think it's better than everybody's. You got Leighton Vander Esch, who might be there in the 2nd round, possibly. He's making a late surge right now. You got Rashaan Evans, who could be there. I really like Rashaan Evans. Who else is the linebacker? And don't count out Roquan Smith. I heard that there's some red flags as far as medicals, but you know it's GM season, so some things are planted in order to make guys fall. I really like Roquan as the best linebacker in this draft. Personally, I like him over Tremaine. Um, and I know that there's an argument there, but I like Roquan a lot. I think Roquan is a special player, special athlete. He adds a different type of attitude. To be honest, I haven't been this up on the outside backer or a backer in the draft since Von Miller. And I know that they play different positions, and I know that Von Miller is more of a stand-up rush guy, but I like Von Miller was a sideline to sideline guy too, Reynaldo. It just yeah. So so again, linebackers in play, receiver, safety, defensive. I don't know if defensive tackles is in play as the other guys, but offensive guard is definitely. Yeah, peace out, VA. And yeah. So if there's any more questions, I'll take one more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of this day. Any more questions? Any more questions? Oh yeah, and if you guys like this shirt, this Outwork the Work. One of my best friends makes these shirts, so hit me up at dmvdallascowboys@gmail.com, and I'll make sure I'll put you in touch so that you can get one of these. And looks like I don't really have any more comments, man. I'll try and keep you guys up to date, but for the most part, for the rest of the day, I'm going to be out. How much for a 6L? Hey, look, make sure you email me at dmvdallascowboys@gmail.com, and I'll try and get him your information. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be at a wedding later on today and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for liking, subscribing, and just tuning into all of my material. I really work really hard for it, and I work hard for you guys. So hey, Reynaldo, I'm gonna go down to Texas. I'm gonna be with Mark Holmes and the Joe Boo Sports Report at the from Friday to Saturday. So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in Dallas. Where's all the hoes? I don't know, man. Hey, look, they're gonna be in Texas at the draft. You need to make sure you go, Brandon. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell, and tell your friends about me, man. All right, y'all. Peace.